If there's one thing fantasy books love more than the swords pictured on the cover, it's the word throne in the title. Unless you're Game of Thrones, where your throne is made of swords. Let's read Throne of the Crescent Moon by Saladin Ahmed. The Throne of the Crescent Moon manages to include many fascinating things, such as monsters, creatures, magic, peril around every corner, and even a band of characters with very interesting personalities. The plot is pretty typical. Evil is rising, good guys need to stop evil. There's an evil creature going around killing things, and we have a ragtag group, and I mean ragtag. When they talk about a group that probably would not get along with each other, this group is that group. Adula is an old magician who is experienced and knows how to take care and kill these ghouls. He is often very exhausted at the end of his fights. He's getting older and he knows it. You have his protege or apprentice, Racide, who is part of a religious order that is very, very strict in its principles, and he aims to follow them all the time, including a vow of celibacy. There's a girl named Zamia who can change into a lion. That's sort of her thing. Her clan or her caste, they can change into these creatures. All the magic that's going on, it's just crazy. One of the characters is a man named Dawood, and he can heal people, but at the cost of he ages as he heals people. Years and years of doing this have aged him much more than his spouse. Named Litaz, who is skilled with herbs and potions and from the simplest sense of the term, alchemy, and she makes potions. There are chapters where each character runs around the city performing errands, and with each POV often depicting the one individual character, you get a really interesting sense about how different people handle similar problems in different ways. Each character has a backstory, and as you get to know this backstory a little bit more, you really gain an appreciation and a fondness for every single one of these characters. I was surprised at how many of them I ended up liking. The first few hundred pages are okay. There's a lot of time devoted to colorful descriptions where there's just large stretches in between one character saying something and then doing something, because the book is describing what this world is. In some places it feels a little bit unnecessary because other points and other bits of language help to fill in those gaps without us needing them to be filled in. One thing that clearly stands out is that this book harkens back to a lot of the older fantasies of the 70s in terms of how it presents adventure. It doesn't spend a lot of time explaining magic, other than that magic has a cost, and ultimately you need to pay that cost. A lot of comparisons have been made to 1001 Arabian Nights, but when I was reading it, it felt more like an Indiana Jones kind of setting, full of action, adventure, fun, humor, and especially with how this book ends, it is totally Indiana Jones in its ending. And there's supposed to be a second book in this series, but I have no idea when it comes out yet. This is the first. There's supposed to be another one. I would definitely love to read it, because where it leaves things, it wraps stuff up, but there's certainly a lot more that they're going to explore moving forward. All in all, just a fun adventure. If you're looking for a nice, short read with a lot of exhilaration, definitely check this one out. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye!